So I want to show you guys the kind of improvements that can be made through video analysis. And again, as I mentioned in a previous video, Sam, what's really unique about him is that he's the kind of kid that will listen to exactly what the coach is saying, really has a good understanding of the game, and will actually work on the things that you ask of him. And so if that's the type of player that you have, or if you're a parent who likes to work with their player and develop their swing, develop their game, this can really be a valuable resource for you. So the video on the left was taken, I think it was taken at the beginning of September, and the video on the right was taken just this week. And basically, Sam's put in a lot of work to correct a lot of the things that we saw in the going wrong in the initial video, and you'll see some pretty dramatic improvements here that you probably could not see just by the naked eye. And at least I know I could not see these improvements without the help of video. So I've synced this up to where his left foot hits the ground, so both of them will be synced to that. You can see a little bit difference in the stance, but not too much. Hands are just slightly lower, and the one on the right than on the left, but not very much. But we'll see a huge difference in the hitting position here. So both videos, he's sinking into that backside. That's good. And then we get to foot down right there. Back it up one. There we go. So we're at foot down right there. Now, you'll notice a couple things right away. Number one, the hand height was something in his initial video that he really wanted to work on. His hands right there are just about over his head, and his bat angle is way too flat. He's made some improvements with the bat angle, and you can see that his hands have dropped, as now they're about even with his chin. Still outside of the back shoulder, so that's good. But his hand positioning on his hitting position is much, much better. The biggest improvement that you'll see with Sam, and this is something that he's worked really hard to improve on, is the separation he's getting between his hips and his shoulders. And this is something that's virtually impossible to see with the naked eye, and so that's why we like to use video to help him out. But what you can see is the back knee here has really started to gain ground. He's initiating the swing now with his back knee, starting it from the back knee, whereas here on foot strike, nothing has really happened. You can see he's got a nice stretch, or he's starting to get a nice stretch in his midsection here between his front hip and his back shoulder. And that's what separation is. That's where power comes from, is initiating the swing from the ground up. And on the left, he's just simply not doing that. So here we'll go a couple frames quicker here. Again, you can see how much, so these are synced up to when his heel hits the ground. Okay, now he's going to generate more power because of the separation he's getting, but there's also something that should be really apparent here in a couple frames, and it's how much quicker he is to the baseball. So right there, he is almost to contact right there, and you'll see on the other one, he is not yet even close to contact, and that's simply a function of the height of his hands. He gets on plane a lot quicker in the second video because his hands are a little bit lower, and in the first video, because of where his hands are, he virtually has no choice but to bring them straight down to the ball. And that's something that a lot of people have been teaching, is bring the hands straight to the ball. But when you look at what the best hitters in the game do, the reality is they get their bat on plane with the ball early. And so if they can get their bat on plane, if they can get their bat on plane with the ball quickly, and that means that the bat is coming slightly up because the ball's coming slightly down, they've got a lot more room for error. If they're a little bit early or a little bit late, they're still going to make contact with it. From the position his hands are in on the left side here, the only option he really has is either to have a big looping long swing to get on plane, or to come directly down to the baseball. And yep, that can be a quicker path, even though he ends up getting to the ball quicker on the right-hand side. But if you think about the way the baseball is traveling, it's traveling at a downward angle. He only has this little section to make contact right there. Whereas if you look in the one on the right where his bat takes a path that gets it more quickly on plane, if the ball's coming down at about 9 degrees, you can see he has all of this area in here where he can make contact with the ball because he's on plane with it. So he's much more on plane in the picture, in the video on the right. He also ends up getting to the ball quicker with more separation and a little bit. He's going to have more power in the one on the right because he generates that separation. And so this is all Sam's worked with us through video. Sends me 2 videos a month. I give him an initial breakdown with a written analysis, and then the second video I do a side-by-side. But I thought after getting this last video, he's made such dramatic improvement that I wanted to go back and compare it to his first one so that he could see and kind of show the world what the kind of changes that he has made. And he's done a great job. He works hard. And he's going to have a monstrous year this year. Still has some things to improve on, but the changes he's made with getting more separation and getting to the ball quicker, getting the bat on plane quicker, those are going to make a huge difference for him, and he's going to have a monstrous year. So if you're interested, our Bronze Video Club, totally free. Send me a video, any skill, hitting, pitching, fielding. You'll get a voiceover analysis of it. Sent back to you as soon as I get a chance to process it. So you can click on the Bronze Video Club and get started below.